Let's move on and get you these horrifying images that have come to light from Uttar Pradesh's Ghaziabad of a school bus ramming into an SUV after traveling in the opposite direction on an expressway. 6 people, including 2 children, died in this tragic accident on the Delhi-Meerut Expressway. 2 others have been injured. The bus was empty, according to the police, but was coming from the wrong direction and thereby collided head-on with the SUV early this morning. Cops have arrested the bus driver. The probe at this point is underway. The impact of the collision, as you can see there, was so strong that the dead bodies had to be removed after cutting the doors of the car. You can see that both were traveling full speed. The car tries to veer off at the last moment after seeing the bus, but it was clearly too late. The side of the car and the bus hit head-on, leading to 6 people who've died. All 6, unfortunately, were occupants of that car. It was headed to Gurugram when this incident took place in the Delhi-Meerut Expressway.
दिल्ली-मेरठ एक्सप्रेसवे पर जो दिल्ली जाने वाले लेन में एक स्कूल बस और टीयूवी से एक्सीडेंट हुआ, जिसमें टीयूवी पर सवार 8 लोग थे, जिसमें 6 लोगों की डेथ हो गई है, 2 लोग घायल, जिनका इलाज चलाया जा रहा है। और बस जो था, बस ये दिल्ली से गाजीपुर से सीएनजी भरवा करके रॉन्ग साइड आ रहा था। बस के ड्राइवर को पकड़ लिया गया है और बाकी इस पर विधिक कार्रवाई की जा रही है।
Truly horrifying incident this. The bus driver, remember, has been taken into custody. Clearly his fault, because you can see that he was coming in the opposite direction on an expressway where in fact everyone is going at top speed, and the fastest lane is where you can see this bus coming, a school bus. This bus was empty, but there were 6 people in that car. Unfortunately, all of them have died in this incident. You can see that at the very last second, the SUV sees the school bus. The driver tries to veer off, but it was too late. It was traveling at a high speed. Amit Bharadwaj is joining us with more details on this tragic incident. This clearly could have been avoided, Amit, because it was the school bus driver who was violating rules. We understand he's now been arrested after this incident.
Right, Akshata, let me also explain the entire situation for our viewers. I'm right at the entry point of the national capital, and this is the Delhi-Meerut Expressway. So this traffic movement on the flyover side that we are looking at is basically the traffic movement coming from the Meerut side, and there's no exit point on this particular stretch if you enter either lane 1 or lane 2 of the Meerut Expressway. So what happened is that possibly, and as per the police version as well, what happened was this school bus driver, got a CNG from one of the pumps in the national capital, and then he decided, instead of going to the correct lane, that is the traffic moving from Delhi towards Meerut, instead of that, he entered the middle lane of the expressway, on which the vehicular movement is coming from Meerut, and it is heading towards Delhi and Gurgaon. And it was a straight collision between the school bus and the black TUV. The TUV had members from the same family. 6 people on the TUV have been declared dead. 2 are critically injured. They are fighting for their life. And if you look at the visuals, it is very apparent that the bus driver was the one committing blunder here. He was constantly driving for several kilometers on a wrong lane, trying to possibly look for a cut. Now, we spoke to UP police officials who were handling the case. They told India Today that if you enter this wrong lane, there's no possibility of an exit for several kilometers, and you'll have to drive possibly up till Dasana to find an exit. So the bus driver was traveling, for several kilometers on wrong lane, and there was no way for him to exit as well, find an exit as well, because the way this particular Meerut-Delhi Expressway has been developed, in fact, that has been developed to avoid any chances of such fatal accidents. But in rare of the rarest cases, this particular school bus driver decides to take the wrong lane on the Meerut-Delhi Expressway, and which led to this very fatal accident in which
And
six
very,
members of
very
the same
tragic,
family
really.
have been
6
already
people have
declared
paid the
dead.
price
All five
for the
people
negligence
alive.
of that school bus driver. And there will be questions asked about whether we do enough to really check these kind of reckless driving incidents. We see it far too often happening, not just here in the national capital, but across the country as well. Unfortunately, in this particular case, 6 people have died, all of whom were traveling in that car. Thanks very much, Amit, for joining us with those details.